Lori here. Welcome back. I hope you're doing well and had a really nice Halloween and are looking forward to the rest of the upcoming holidays. I hope everyone is happy and healthy. I thought I'd do a kind of chatty studio sort of vlog today. I've got a lot of packaging supply stock that I have to replenish, so I thought I'd kind of have a chat with you guys and kind of just update you as to why I've been away and why I've been kind of all over the place this year, kind of putting my videos up sometimes and not others. So I thought I would kind of just do what I need to do whilst also rambling away. If you don't want or you don't care to hear the rambling, you can obviously put me on mute and speed the video up if you're just interested in seeing the organisation part of the video, as I'll be organising all my packaging supplies for my Etsy shop in this video. My handmade ones, so the ones I make myself, as well as mailing bags and things like that. So yeah, if you're interested, definitely stay tuned and hopefully I can kind of give you a reasonable reason as to why I've been away. So this is like my desk, my packing desk. Ignore my can. It's my fuel. It keeps me awake. So this is where I do all my packing for my orders for my shop, and I've got a little sort of set up on the wall here that I'm probably going to rejiggery pokery very soon, just so I can fit more on the wall. And I kind of want to put or paint this wall as well. But so far I've got my wrapping paper, which I've just done not that long ago, and this is basically, this is like your chip shop newspaper print paper, and I just stamp on it with different stamps. This is the brown packing paper that you get when you order something from Amazon. Usually they give you a ton of it all crinkled up, so what I do is I just straighten it out, roll it up, and then when I want to use it I stamp a bunch and I have it ready at hand. These bits are just bits that have been cut off and left over from projects that I've, like orders that I've packed up but not used all of it. So I've got this little slither here. These pages I mostly use for my mystery boxes. And then on this little sort of towel railing I have, actually I think it's a kitchen railing, but anyway, I have my tissue paper on that one, and then just above it, you can't really tell, but I've got my honeycomb paper. This is actually a new addition to my, as you can see I haven't even used it yet, but this is a new addition to my packing system. Instead of using bubble wrap, I'm going to start using this. I do still have a little bit of bubble wrap left that I want to use up rather than throwing away, but once that's all used up, I'll be moving on to this essentially paper bubble wrap. Over here, this is actually where I keep my vintage wallpapers, because I've got like a little nook between this bookcase and the wall, so I keep all my vintage wallpapers in there, except my borders. I've got a couple of borders that are like on card, but the other ones are in a little basket. And then I also keep the boxes that I've already made up, my mailboxes. And then I've got, it's hard to obviously show you with this light, but if I turn it off it'll be too dark. But I've got some shelf drawers, so I've got two drawers here, and then I've got a little one here, and then I've got more. This is another like tripod thing. I've got one that's attached here and one that's attached here. This is how I record my videos. But yeah, so I've got the two shelves that I've kind of put aside for packaging, so I've got stuff at hand. That's just like a little rag that I use when I wipe the table so that I can take away the dampness. So I've got some things that I sell in the shop tucked in here for easy access. And then my drawers mostly hold my like little plastic bags. That's pretty much what's in all of them, and just different sizes and shapes and stuff like that. So that's what's in these two as well. And then in these two up here, so far I really don't have anything in this except for my mic, which I use when I'm doing ASMR videos. There's something there actually, I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, so this is my memo pad labels. They don't fit in my little label box, which is this guy here. So all my shop labels for all my items all go in this little duplicate carrier here. And then I've got my all my sticker sheets are in here. I've got some paper doilies tucked in at the side. I've got my mystery bags here, some more wrapping paper tucked in that's just too small to like layer over. I've got my little measuring envelope thingamabob, and then these are my freebies, my gifts with purchase at the moment, and they all have 3 washi tapes that I offer, like I sell in the shop. So they've all got 3 what's the word? 3 samples, I guess, yeah, samples of a washi tape that you can purchase in the shop, and they're all different. So a bunch of them I've got these thin ones which come as a set of 3, and then I've got other ones that I've got like my gold ones, like my white and gold, and then I've got pink and gold and film strip style. I also have my doll pegs in here for my Avril twins, and my mystery pack, like my mystery box cards, some lace that I use to pack with, a toilet roll that I use to wipe off my wax when I'm sealing my packages. I also have more plastic thingy-mabobs here that didn't fit in the drawers. My hole punch, international labels that go on your packages if they're going overseas. And again, I've got some more things tucked in here. So I've got my mystery character sticker packs tucked in there, and some more doily packs. These aren't in the shop yet, but I've got a few of these paper trimmers just tucked in there because I had nowhere else to put them. Some vintage lace and applique, lace and trims and fabric, the smaller ones. And then here I've got a little bin that's on the desk and then I've got 3 sort of toilet roll holders where I put my different sticker rolls on them. So I've got thank you ones, and then instead of using sellotape to wrap my orders, I like to use these paper dots because obviously they're biodegradable, whereas sellotape isn't. So I like to use these to wrap my packages so that obviously they decompose after time. And then I've got a few of these sort of, I think they were called remote control ducats, and I've just got like different stickers for packaging for the outside. So I've got 3 different types there, and then I've got some doilies that I use to seal some of my envelopes. I've got some pillowcase boxes here, some extra freebies. These are little matchbooks. Oops, these are little matchbooks that I've made. Stamps, doilies that go on my boxes. So I just stamped my shop name. Sorry, my finger's right in the way there. I just stamped my shop name. Is that going to focus? On the dude. Okay, well, it's not going to focus. But I just stamped my shop name on the little doily, and then I glue this to the box. And then I have my stamps, and then I like to decorate my shipping labels. So I just make these up on scrap pieces of card or paper, and then I just stick it to the box or whatever it is. If it's an actual envelope, I'll decorate the actual envelope, but if it's like a plastic bag, I just stick one of these on it. Then I've got my business card and some fragile and more thank you stickers up there. And then up here, I've got this. It doesn't want to focus. Hold on. There we go. Maybe ish. But here I've got pens and scissors and things like that. And my bone folder. Got some stamps here. This has got my return address on it, and then my shop logo. Matches. This is like a little highlighter that I use on my wax seals every so often. Paper clips. When I'm writing out my orders, I use a paper clip to attach the thank you card and my business card and the receipt. So I think that's a little bit better. I went and grabbed a tripod for my hands so that I don't put my fingers in front of the camera, and hopefully it will help it focus a bit better as well. Sorry if I'm shaking this a little bit, I'm trying not to. I'm just a shaky person, so I apologise. But as I was saying, I paper clip the thank you note along with the receipt and my business card together, and then I take the paper clip off and then it goes in here, and I staple the thank you card and the receipt together. So it's just to kind of keep them together until I pick the order and wrap it, essentially. So that's where my thank you cards or sheets and my receipts are kept. I do have a new receipt coming to the shop soon, which I'm really excited about, but I've still got a ton to go through first. Then here I have my furnace, and then I've got my wax seal teddy bears up here in black. That's what the colour I'm using at the moment. And then I've got some more candles, matchsticks. And then I've got a few different bits and bobs in these drawers. Some wax seal heads, some flowers, some more flowers, some leaves, some brads, and some more handles for the wax seals. And then this is where I keep all my packaging. So I've got my my bags, my pockets, anything like that, my wrapping paper and stuff. So this is what I'm going to be replenishing today. And then tucked in between both of them, I just have my measuring weight scales, whatever they're called. So I'm going to pop that out of the way, and I'm going to go grab both of these and bring them down so that we can get started. So I'll just grab this one first. This is the bigger of the two that I use. I used to actually only have the first one, and then I ended up getting this one because it just couldn't hold all my stuff. So now I actually use both. So I'm just going to empty this so that I've got everything out. I know what I've got and what I don't have, essentially, and I can I just add to the piles. So I'm glad I actually have a bunch of these because I thought I was almost out of them. These and I've ordered more, and I ended up actually ordering them in the wrong size, so I was a bit miffed with myself for that. The ones that I ended up getting were actually this size, which obviously I can still use. It's just the fact that I thought I needed this size. But anyway, so I've also got my little rocks that my kids have given me, and my orca. That's my favourite animal, is an orca. So my daughter gave me that from like a Kinder egg or something. And then some rocks that they've given me as well. Try to find room on the desk for everything now. Okay, and then in here I have my candles, my tea candles that I use for my wax pot, making my wax seals. And get a hold of them. I'm just going to kind of tip this over the bin so I can get any little bits like of paper that I've torn off or whatever. There we go. So I had a little tiny bit of wrapping paper stuffed down there as well. But anyway, so as you may have noticed, I haven't been putting many videos up recently, and that's due to we had a death in the family. It's actually the second death I've had to deal with this year, and that's made it kind of difficult to want to film, and even just making orders up was difficult. If you've ordered from my shop this year, you may have noticed that it's maybe been late going out, being sent out late, which obviously I hate doing. It gets my anxiety completely over the top. It just makes my anxiety scream at me, but it's just something that I couldn't deal with at the time, unfortunately. So I ended up having a lot of late orders go out, which, if that's happened to you, I'm very sorry. It's obviously no excuse, but it's just, this is what I've been dealing with, and that's kind of why I haven't had orders go out as much as on schedule as they should, essentially. So yeah, that's kind of why I've been away, why I've been kind of erratic this year. It's just been hard to do pretty much anything. And then just kind of just getting back into the swing of things. Like I said, I had 2 deaths, so I was kind of dealing with one. And then was kind of just starting to not be better, but get back into a sort of routine. And then the second death happened. I'm not fully comfortable with discussing it in more detail, but yeah, that's why I've been away. Hopefully it's over with and it doesn't happen again. I certainly don't want to go through a third time, but yeah, so that's why I've been sort of AWOL recently. But I hope you don't mind. And hopefully I'll get back into my usual routine of filming now that everything's kind of got back to normal-ish. So all of the packaging you're seeing here is packaging that I've made myself. If you're looking to save money, oh my goodness, if you're looking to save money, it's a great way to do so. Obviously you're kind of trading time for money, so it really just depends on what you would rather give up. It doesn't take a lot of time. Like I said, you don't have to decorate them. I obviously like to add a little bit of decoration, and that's purely so that if you order from me, you're not just getting the order, you're getting the packaging that you can then use as well. The majority of people who order from me are people who like to journal or collage or things like that, so I like everything that they receive to be able to use, they can use it rather than it just going straight into the bin. It can be reused either to gift to someone else, or they can use a little bit of this as a background in their journal or something like that. So for these ones here, the last time I sort of cheated. Normally I make up my own pockets. So like these ones here, for instance, are ones that I've made myself. If you want me to show you a tutorial on how I make these, let me know, but it is it's very simple to do so, and I'm pretty sure I've done it in a previous video. But if you do want me to show you how I make these, I'm happy to do that. These ones, however, are envelopes. So those long envelopes that you can buy in like the hundreds, I bought a ton of them back when I was starting my shop, and I've never used them. So what I did was I've cut off the very top so that I have a tall pocket, and then I cut them in half and I have smaller pockets. And then obviously I just went over and stamped it in different colours, and I've sealed them obviously. So I've put the flap over and sealed it, and then I've cut the top. Obviously you could leave that open and then seal it that way when you've got the item inside. It's entirely up to you. I just prefer it with the top, and then I put a doily over as a sort of flap, but it's entirely up to you. That's just a nice wee cheap way. Obviously you can buy these bags as well for reasonable prices. They're not very expensive, but it does give you more leeway should you make it yourself. I've got some here that I've made with tracing paper, and you can make them in obviously all different sizes. You can make them with flap, like with a flap like an envelope, or without a flap. I've made these tall ones for like pens and things like that. I've made these ones which are slightly thicker, than those ones and smaller. I've made these ones, which are slightly wider than these ones. So I've got like several different sizes. I also make them so that you can pop a hole in it and use a brad for like thicker items. And I decorate them differently each time as well. So I've got, this is how I decorated them last time, and then I've got this one, and this is how I decorated them this time. So it's really just up to yourself and if you decorate it or how you decorate it. I've made, like I said, I didn't think I had a lot of these left. So I'd ordered more and they came in the wrong size. So I actually just made some out of A4 sheets of paper. All of this is made using A4 sheets of paper. So it's slightly bigger, but it's a full A4 sheet of paper, and it's made in a little bag essentially. So I made a bunch of those, and if you do cut it in half, this is roughly the size you'll get. For if you were to use an A4 sheet paper and cut it in half, obviously it's going to make it slightly smaller. So try to make sure that I've got the front of them facing. And like I said, these ones I've printed the paper out. These ones I've just stamped. So it's just entirely up to yourself on how you do it. These are book pages that I've just folded in half, and then I whip stitched the edges together. These ones are slightly bigger, and I've taken the string out and left the double page. So if I'm not torn the page into an A4 size. It's not even fully an A4 size anyway, but you get what I mean. It's still opened up as a double page, so I didn't need to put anything here. And then I just whip stitched the edges, and it's given me a bigger envelope here. Whereas for this one, I actually just took some masking tape and put it on the folds of 2 pieces of paper, so that I now have a large pocket. And then I used some self-adhesive lace trim, which I'm not a big fan of, to be honest, because it keeps popping up in places, which is why I used to do the whip stitch. It does take time to do the whip stitch, which is why I thought I would cheat and use the sticky lace trim, but it's not great. It wants to come back up. So put those in there, and I do have some smaller ones that I did the same way, where I just used this is actually fabric tape that I've made myself using double-sided sticky tape and some fabric scraps. So I'll pop that in there. And then I've got these really tall ones, which I like to use for my taller stickers and things like that. Actually, let's put that there. And do the same with these. So I'm obviously trying to fit as much in each little doeket as I can. So as to save as much space as I can. In you go. There we are. There we go. I also have larger paper bags that I will be organising as well. They'll be going into my other boxy thing. They don't want to fit in there. Might have to put them in the other box as well. So I did have these a while ago and I've just not used them yet. So these were like leftovers from other packaging pieces. And then obviously these are glassine bags. Sometimes I stamp them, sometimes I don't. It just depends. And like I said, I use these for bigger things that would fit lengthwise, but then they kind of bulk up the page. So for instance, like my anchor bookmarks and things like that, I put into these. And then I've got even smaller pockets. And even smaller pockets. And again, I've got this little envelope that's kind of left over from packaging I made last time, but I haven't made again. Just stick that in there. And there we go. So I've got that one sorted. And now for this one. So I've got a few more items in here that I don't have in the other one. For instance, my yarns and things that I use. So again, I'm just going to take everything out. And then we can get started. So these are the larger bags that I have. And I like to use these for obviously larger items. The only annoying thing is that they want to just bend backwards. And I can put these ones in here now. I just put them in alignment with one another. These are my thank you envelopes. So these are what I put my receipt and thank you card in. And I'd actually just recently replenished those. These are just envelopes that I've got that are kind of like put aside at the moment. I think I'm actually out. Yes, I am. So I make up little delay packs, I call them. And it's basically if I've taken too long to send your order and it's going past the delivery time, I will send a little sorry along with my order saying sorry for the delay, and I will fill these up with little paper goodies, stickers and like. So I'm going to leave these out because I actually need to make them up because of obviously everything that I just said. I've been relatively behind in sending my orders out. So here I have smaller versions of the one that I would put the brad in, and little envelopes as well, which I'm replenishing. Oh no, they're smaller actually. And then I've got these little coin envelopes as well, which I've just stamped, and again I would put small things in there. And then I've got these little bags that I've actually had in here for a while and just haven't used yet. Not sure why. I think it's because I just forget that they're there. So luckily I didn't have to replenish any of those because I'd already done that recently. So my little envelopes can go in there. My doilies can go in there. And like I said, I've got my yarn spoolie type thing here as well. So I've got one here and one here. This is more like an Avril twine yarn that I like to use. I'm going to pop my little leaf away in its little drawer. So I use these on the top of my mystery boxes next to the flower. There we go. Just to make it pretty. So this is actually wool, and I've just wrapped it around a little spoolie that I finished of Avril twine, just for convenience, because it fits in here better than a spool of wool would. So yeah, if you're looking to add an extra added little bit to your packaging, but you don't want to spend a lot of money, you can buy wool in the pound shop, like a big, like 20 yards or 20 whatever, a certain amount, but it's a lot. I mean, this isn't even the full roll, I still have a lot left. But you can also get like twine and stuff that's not overly expensive from the pound shop as well. I also have some ribbon here that I like to use when I'm doing certain packages, and again another shimmery highlighter for the wax seals. And then these I'm just going to pop away in my other in one of my little drawers here. And then I've got some wrapping paper. So this is an envelope that I'd made a while ago and I just haven't used it yet, because it's the last one. I keep forgetting to use it. So this is the different wrapping papers that I use in the shop. What do you call it? Some of these I've actually printed out. Like this one here is actually my stickers, and I didn't print out on sticker paper. So these two need to go away over there. But I've got my Especially For You, which is one of my favourites. I've then got this flower paper that I've designed, which has just got lots of different little flowers scattered around it. And I print these on 50 GSM paper or recycled paper. I want it to be relatively thin. Hold on, that's two. My goodness, Lottie. Yeah, so it's really thin and it's not going to take up a lot of weight or make it bulky or anything like that. So I get the 50 GSM paper off of Amazon. I will link it below. It's the only place I found it. Before I just did it on the 80 GSM, which is what these are printed on, and you can feel the difference in the thickness. And even in when wrapping it, it's more difficult when the paper's thicker. So the thicker the paper is, the harder it is to wrap it up. So this is actually a new wrapping paper that I just created, and I love it. It's got like autumn styled flowers. So I printed off a bunch of that, and then some more of my flower one. And then I've got some smaller pages. That's another one that I have actually, just to make you smile. So I've got some more that I've just cut in half because they're just easier to have some that are in half and some that aren't. And then I've got my tracing paper, which I can't even remember what GSM this is, but it's very, very thin. And again, this is what I use as sort of tissue paper. So I just stamp on it. And it's not even like stays on ink, but it does take a minute to dry. As you can see, I've like placed this down on top of another one and then realised it wasn't fully dry because it's like transferred. But yeah, it does take a little while to dry. The stays on I think dries a little bit quicker, but either way it will dry and it will stay put. And you don't need to go and fork out for expensive inks if you don't want to. And obviously you don't have to do it in black, that's a preference again. So I just like stamp. You don't have to stamp on it at all. You can just leave it as tracing paper. My printer doesn't like printing on that one. Oops, alright. Just popping this back up here away. Yeah, my printer doesn't like printing on it. I don't know why, because it's actually thicker than this paper. But for whatever reason, it just doesn't like it. So these actually get tucked in behind that smaller, the thing that I was just filling up there. These actually get tucked in behind that. That's us now, looking nice and organised. So now I just need to work on the drawers. Okay, so as you can see, I have quite a lot to get through. So for the most part, some of these aren't actually going into the drawers. So like these, for instance. My desk is actually a chest of drawers. And I use the majority of the drawers for storing things, but the first row, and by things I mean like craft supplies, but the top row I use for my packaging items that I like to have at hand so that I'm not rummaging around for things whilst packing my orders. So let me take these out of the way just now. So by that I mean my bags, stickers, boxes, labels, things like that. So these are new brown and white paper bags. These are like the big ones that I use, and I like to stamp these. These are what they look like. Excuse me. This is what they look like before I do anything to them. They come on like a bit of string, so they're all connected through a bit of string, so they've all got that little hole. But I just go ahead and stamp all over them, just to make them look a little bit more pretty. And then I've got here 3 boxes in each pack here with some ribbons. So these are actually new. I haven't ordered these before, which is why I've only got a small amount. But what I'm planning on doing is, I have mystery boxes obviously in my shop, but I want to start doing mystery box, paper clamp mystery boxes. So in the shop I sell different vintage style paper clamps, bookmark type things, and depending on which one you want, they can get quite expensive. So I thought it would be fun to make a mystery box, and you would get 3 random paper clamps in the mystery box. So I got these boxes because I wanted reasonably nice boxes to put them in. So I haven't obviously seen them made up, but they're going to be relatively big, I think, which is what I want, because I want to be able to fit 3 little boxes inside it. And then I love the fact that they come with the ribbon to tie them with. I keep all my flat pack boxes, well not all of them, as much as I can fit, down the side between my bookcase and my drawers. So I'm going to see if that, yeah, they'll fit in there, that's fine. So I can't take the drawers all the way out, but I am going to take a bunch of the stuff. Like, I'm going to empty the drawer essentially, and then kind of repackage the drawer. So I've got smaller bits of tissue paper in this drawer, as well as when I'm writing out mystery boxes, I like to do sort of like a mock-up of the contents, so then I can obviously copy that onto the official card that people get in the box, telling them what items are inside or included in their box. So I like to have some of those at hand. This is a box that I've made up for one of my handmade notebooks to go out in. Some labels, or tags rather, which I think I'm actually going to take out of there. These are flowers that I have stamped and then cut out so that I can kind of sprinkle them in my mystery boxes. I've got these little plastic capsules, which I like to put my nibs for the quills in those. I've got a few little boxes here that are left that I made, and then I've got 2 drawer boxes left, which I normally put my wax seals in, but I'm actually going to just phase them out. I've only got 2 left because they take up a lot of space in the mystery boxes, and which is what I was using them for. And then I've got some flat packed boxes that I've made myself, that I've put some acetate on, and then I've got my pink boxes that I put my paper clamps inside. I've got some gel packs for my some of my items that I feel they need. I've got these boxes, which again are a new addition to the shop. I haven't actually used any yet, but I love the idea of using them, so I will start using them soon. I've got 1 box left here, which I used to put the stamps in. I haven't used that one yet. A few more of these guys. Got some envelope boxes that I made and I've just never used. I don't know what I'm going to use these for. But one of my little gel packs fell out. And then I've got a bunch of these little boxes here, which I've just got a little bit of foam, and that's what I put my anchors in. And then I've got a couple of these ones left, which were the original boxes that I used for my anchor bookmark type things, but I prefer these ones, so I stopped using these ones. And then right at the back I have a few of these boxes left, which were for my cameo necklace and lockets that I no longer sell in the shop. I've got a spare tin at the back there, which can come out and go with the rest of them. And then I've got another gel pack, and then I've actually got my wooden agate bone folders that I've still to sand down. I got like 2 years ago. So I haven't done that yet. I've actually not had the best of health for like the past 2 years. I swear, anytime I'm working on a commission, like a custom order at the moment, and it's for 3 journals, and I swear every time I start working on it, a few days later I fall sick, and it is like clockwork. I will start working on it, I'll get a couple of days, and then I will be floored with a stomach bug, a flu, menstrual cramps, and since I have endometriosis, it's a lot worse sometimes, and it just seems to floor me right off the bat, and then I have to stop and rest, and then I have to catch up, and then it's just like a whole cycle that just takes place all over again. It's a pain in the neck, and I don't know why I keep getting sick right as I start working on these journals, but that is literally what happens. So I'm just going to pop these boxes back in. So these ones here I'm going to be popping at the front of my drawer because they're easier to grab that way, obviously. And then I've got these little bags here that I'm not sure what I want to use them for yet. So I'm going to pop, actually I'm going to take these out and out. Oh, and pop these in the back. These are one of the sort of seals for one of those pressure seal thingamabobs. Some flat packed boxes here as well. But I think actually what I think I might do is put these behind those boxes, or actually I think I'm going to just put these halfway, and then I'll put these ones down because obviously these ones I reach for quite often. And then I'll also grab these, which are the new ones, to replace all the ones that I've used. But they came in like little packs of 10, I'm assuming. And these ones actually have writing on them that my other ones didn't, and I think they're slightly deeper in colour. Yeah. So this is what this one looks like, and this has got a thank you on it. And especially for you, or specially for you, sorry. It just occurred to me that I could move my phone over and use the other little grippy thing so that I could actually show you the drawers. So this is obviously the first drawer that I'm working in still. So I'm popping the rest of these on the side here. Very kind of jiggery pokery that system, I guess, just because it's easier to pull them out this way than the other way, just because they would keep getting caught, because this is as far as the drawer comes out. My son is now up and about and listening to or watching things on his iPad, so if you hear noises in the background, that's what that is. The schools are on strike today, so he's off, but his sister's school's not on strike, so he's playing in the room with me basically once I'm finished here. So I've got these little bags as well, so I'm going to be popping these in. Again, I don't know what I'm going to use them for. Probably something in my mystery boxes. I like to put things in different boxes and bags and things like that. Again, these are little boxes and they're going to go right back there as well. And then these are little clear sort of acetate style boxes. These are actually going to be for my ink pots that I'll be selling soon. And then these are for my what they called, little golds, rose gold, sorry, furnaces for wax seals. And I think I'll pop those at the back. Actually, maybe not, because they seem a bit tall. But I'm going to be putting these envelope boxes at the back as well, if I can fit them in. So I just popped those envelope boxes right at the back. They didn't all fit, and so I've just popped the last three just at the side there. I've got a few more of these boxes kind of tucked at the back of these, and I think I'm actually going to take these other little black boxes and pop those in there as well. And then these are going to go right here. So I'm going to put my little box guy there. And I'm going to grab my gel packs. And put them in here. I need to grab one of these little bag thingies, and I'm going to pop them in here. I'm also going to grab that ribbon from earlier, and that can go in that little baggie as well. I just hope I can remember which goes with which. Right, so that's them all in there, and I'm going to just push that at the back. And then I'm going to do the same with my little gel one. It's going to go at the back as well. And that's the first drawer done. Okay, so I've had to move the camera again, but I think I've got it so that you can see inside the drawer. So get some more little bits of tissue paper over here. A little couple of tags. These are for the mystery boxes. And I didn't actually know that I had this whole pack in the other drawer, because I usually keep them in this drawer. So I'd ordered new boxes, thinking I was down to my last few. As you can see, there was only 2 in the drawer, so I thought I was literally down to my last bits and bobs, and I wasn't. I'm actually going to see those 2 boxes, because I've got a bunch in here. So I'm going to take these 2 out, and then I'm going to pop these in. So these little dookie guys here. There we are. Okay, so again, I'm just going to empty the entire drawer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to have these sitting up like so. Sorry, I had to pause it. My yawn was looking for, asking me something. But I've had them piled up again, but on the side here. And then I've got these boxes here, which I'm going to norm up because it's too tall. So I'm just going to leave those a second, and I'll come back to whatever I'm doing with those. These I use for my wax seals, so it goes in with the handle, and I think they're just brilliant. So I might actually need to order some more of these because I'm almost out as well. I sell a lot of different wax seals. My shop's always linked below, so if you're interested in having a little gander at what I've got, it's always linked in the description area. And I sell a ton of different vintage items, stationery items. So I've only got one of these boxes left, which is like a pen box. So that can just kind of get, actually, put these ones in first. Mummy,
we want vampire gummies.
Alright.
Squeaky vampire.
Cool.
But they're actually vampire bats.
Like real vampire bats?
No, Mummy.
So are vampire bats tasty though?
No, these gummy ones.
Oh, they look pretty tasty though.
But they're the black blue one. I'm actually a vampire cave of these. Whatever.
Cool. Just going to pop these boxes in here as well. Another one. There we go. So again, I use some different lace trims and things like that when I'm packaging up some orders on occasion. So that's what's going in there. Where did I put those? So I'm going to set these on top here, along with, I don't know where I put the rest of it. I'm going to put this box underneath it actually. And I'm going to take my envelope thingy. I'm going to take this out actually because it's just getting on the road now. So my cards are going to go in the back there. And I'm going to be putting my little sheets. I can't remember if these are gold or silver, but they're one of the two silver. So that's what's going to go back there. There's my silver ones. And I don't know what I did with the rest of my tissue paper. Strange. I'm going to put these in here as well. So I've got them at hand again. I'll probably still look for them in the other drawer, even though I've moved them now. And I'm going to add these to my jar and fill it up a little bit. There we go. Give that a little shake. So that they'll mix up. And there we are. Oh, okay. So you need to go in there. And I've got a small piece here. But I have no idea where they put the rest of it. So I don't know when that stopped filming, but I managed to kind of, not very neatly, but I've managed to fit all the boxes that I wanted to fit in this drawer, so that's plus. So now I just need to do my bags, which I'm going to take these bags out of the drawer, and that's everything. And then I'm going to put the camera back. So that's me emptied the drawer. I've just got all these little baggy things now. And I've got all the boxes in that other drawer. So now what I'm going to do is fill up these bags, and then if I need other ones for any new bags, I will go grab some. had to kind of go away and charge my phone. So it's actually the next day now. I've managed to get the items, all the bags, put away in my drawer, which I'll show you in a moment because I don't think you'll be able to see it from where you are. And I figured while I'm doing that, once we're done here, I'm going to sort out my drawers. I've got like a, well, technically it's a hairdressing trolley from when I was a hairdresser, and it's got 5 drawers in it that I use to store items, and it badly needs rejiggery pokery. So I've still got these bags that I need put away, which will go in that trolley, and then I've got my spare items as well, so that this excess that wouldn't fit in the drawers. And then I've also got my paper bags and my large paper bags, which I've got sitting on the bed just now. But I thought I could finish putting these away. So I got these for my mystery bags. I didn't realise they were going to be so small, and I thought I was nearly out of my other tags. Luckily I'm not, so I don't know what I'm going to use these for, but they'll get used for something. But yeah, so I'm going to be hanging these up. I've got like those 3 toilet roll thingies right here, and that's where they're going to get hung up. So I'm going to see if I can reposition the camera so that you can actually see what I'm doing. But first of all, I'm going to just open all of these items here so that they're ready to go. So I've got these little stickers that say warning, opening this package will cause extreme happiness, which I just thought was so cute. And then I've got this roll here which says free gift, so I'm going to start putting that on my gift with purchase items. And then I've got these handle with care, do not bend, as well. I've got these little Christmas ones, just say Merry Christmas, that I'll use to wrap my, like when I'm wrapping an item. So they've just got a few different style, I think it's 2 different styles. So they've got this one and then this one, and they just say Merry Christmas. I've got some more thank you, but I've still got some of the same ones sitting there, so I don't need to open that. These are the wee sticky things that are actually for this to be stuck on. I had planned on putting this up somewhere and sticking my label docket thing, this thing in it on the wall, but I don't have space for it just now, so I'm probably not going to end up doing that anytime soon. I've got this roll here, which I don't think will actually fit on. It's quite a thin hole there, so I don't think it'll fit on my toilet roll thingy. But it's just got, it's for my boxes, so it's got like thank you for your purchase. And then I've got fragile, handle with care, which I've got a few of those, but I'm just going to open the biggest one. And then I've also got these 2 Merry Christmas box stickers, box sealing stickers. So I've got one in rose gold and one in gold. So I'm only going to open one just now, and I'll be opening the other one once this one runs out. But it just says Merry Christmas and it's in rose gold, and I just thought it was really pretty. So yeah, these are the spare ones that I have that will get put in the drawers and used as and when I need them. Let me put that out of the way. I also put this up, which is like a clear, I think it was meant for like handkerchiefs or something like that, but I've put my medium-sized packing bags in it instead, and I've added another one on this side, which is like one of those carrier bag holders, so you pull a carrier bag out the bottom, and I've put my larger mailing bags in here. And I've made up some more labels. This time I made them on like this sticker label paper type thing, so I can just peel it off and stick it on the box or bag or whatever, and they're just tucked up there with my other ones. So I will be back in a second. Okay, so I think that's good. Let me know down below. But as you can see, this is the thing I was talking about. I've got my small, like itsy bitsy mailer bags tucked underneath it, and then the larger ones are kind of just stuffed inside it. And as you can see, this is where I hang my thingamabobs, my rolls. So this one's obviously almost done, so I'm going to take that off just now, and I'm going to pop this one on. Obviously they've all got like sellotape and stuff on them, so I'm going to have to take that off. So this can go on there, and I'll put my little pink one back on there. I do have another roll of that somewhere that I'll need to, I think it's in one of my drawers. I'm going to be organising in just a second. So I've just went and taken all the sellotape off, just to get that annoying part out the road. I don't know if this will come off. Yes, it does. Wasn't quite tall enough to go through fully. I don't know if it'll fit through it now. There we go. So I now have that sorted-ish. Sorted with an ish. And then I'll put this one on this as well. And nope. Oh, there goes that. What I may do actually is take this off. And that can go there. And this can go in there. No. Dang nabbit. I've just screwed that end off rather than the whole thing. I've just screwed the edge, which is what I was trying to do in the first place. But I ended up unscrewing the whole thing. But it's still good to know that I can take both parts off. And then this one, my free gift one, can go here next to my thank you stuff. And I don't know where this is going to go just now. Probably just up on my desk in one of the little ducats. Yeah. So I've just popped that in here, in this little dookie here. Okay, so I'm just going to go grab one of my drawers. We put these out of the way actually first. And grab my drawers. Goodness. Alright, so this is my Avril Twine drawer, if you didn't know. So I've got some that are for the shop, some that are for packaging. I've got some lace in here that I use for packaging on occasion as well. This is my popcorn yarn for the shop, as is this one here. And I've got my pink and my blue. There's another one actually. So I've got my blues and my pink. And then another popcorn. And then my beige. Yeah, so they two are pink there. And then these two, I'm pretty sure, are the beige ones. At least that one is. How many popcorn ones do I have? My goodness. Right. And then I've got a brown one, which again is for packaging. So these two are packaging, as are these two here and this one. And then I've got this pink one here. And then these are just my own Avril twines that I've kind of collected over the years. I think that blue one's in the shop actually. Can't remember. Off the top of my head, I would need to look, but I'm pretty sure it is. So I'm going to kind of tuck the ones that aren't for the shop up there. And then the ones that are, I'm going to put on this side. Actually, you know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to give the drawer a little clean because it's looking dusty. Okay, so I just went and grabbed some antibacterial wipes and an old dish towel just so I can dry it off as well. And there we go. Okay, so I'm going to pop these ones back at the front here, or rather the back. And then I can start kind of layering these. So I'll put this one further back because it's still to be opened. And the same with these. The ones that haven't been opened can go to the back, whereas the ones that have can go to the front. This one actually is just determined to come off its cone. It's doing my nutting. I might actually just take these out actually and just have it so that it's just the shop ones that are in this drawer. So I've got my white popcorn. I love this stuff, it's so pretty. And then my purplish, lavenderish popcorn. And then I've got these, and I'm going to pop my other packaging laces in here. That can go in there. I think I'm going to put this there so that I can put these in this drawer as well, because these are for my packaging, like packing rather. And there we go. So that's one done. And then I've got napkins and dried flowers, and dried flowers, more dried flowers, and more dried flowers. Okay, so again, I'm just going to give it a quick clean. I think I'm going to put my dried flowers back in here. Like so. And then I don't know what else I'm going to put in there just now, so I'm going to just put this to the side and grab the next tray. Oh my goodness, everything just does not want to come out. So I've got some more wool. This is a new Avril twine that I've not put in the shop just yet. And these are the shawls that I wrap my journals in that sell. And then some eyelash trim. So I think I'm actually going to put into this drawer is my wools that I like to use for packing up my orders. This is what I use for my mystery boxes. It's really pretty. It's a purple wool, but it's got a like iridescent metallic-y shiny thread weaved through it. So I'm just going to grab more twine and stuff. So I've got another little bowl there, some more dried flowers there. This is actually the rest of the wool that I showed earlier that I use for packing. It's just a pretty brown wool. I need to actually have just a tray for wool. Another thread here for the shop, and then I've got some packing yarn, I guess, so I'm just going to pop that in there alongside my other packing fibres. And then I've also got these two here, which will also get squeezed in there. And I think that's it. Although I could put this one in as well, which isn't, it's paper wrapping, but it's still technically wrapping. 2 drawers down now. This is another packing lace, so I'm just going to pop that back into that other drawer, the top drawer that we worked on first. And then I'm going to take all of these out. And give the drawer a clean. So I like to keep my scarves in plastic bags, just so that they're protected from dust and anything really, anything and everything. And then when I sell a journal, that's what I wrap it up in, is one of those beautiful shawls. And they're huge. They're literally like the size of like a beach towel. They're massive. And they're all just so pretty. So when I seen them, I just had to get a bunch of them because I wanted to, I don't know, just wrap it in something a bit more luxurious than just wrapping paper. So I've got several different kinds. So I think what I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to put my napkins down. Oops. There you go. Just on the bottom shelf, bottom layer rather, and then I'll put these on top. I do have a couple smaller ones for my TNs to get wrapped in. And I think that's all of the shawls. Oh, I just dropped that. And we have more things. So there's my pink dots that I was looking for. More eyelash trim that can get popped in here. Oh, and more lace trim that can get popped in that top drawer. And then more napkins and more dried flowers. So let's see, what napkins do I have here? may actually need to start making up some napkin packs for one of the mystery boxes, because it's something I've never actually done, but I think it's time. So I don't know if that will fit like that. I'm just going to check. I don't know. It's a possibility. I think I might just put my other dry flowers in this little dookie here. And then these can go in there as well. And I'm going to make a mess. Top my fabric. This is the fabric I use for making my vintage ephemeral wallets that I've kind of fallen behind in making. So, and now for the last drawer. So I've got a ton of doilies, some more wrapping items. These two can come out. And a ton of baubles, which I use a lot for like wrapping my lace up without, so I don't have to put a needle through my delicate lace trims or whatever else I need it for. Very handy. So my doilies are going back in here, as are these ones. And these can also go in here. As can these. There we go. No, too tall. Okay, so I can put this up with my other ones, and that can go there. Okay, so last but certainly not least, I have like a 3-tier thin trolley that I keep all my envelopes and things in. So I'm going to reorganize that because it is an absolute bomb site. So I'm going to try and get it all nice and tidy and hopefully more efficient. Oops. So I've got my mystery box labels here as well, a ruler, more envelopes. So these are all kind of just stacked up on this trolley. I can't obviously show you what I mean by the trolley. I'll try and show you later once it's tidy. But it's essentially, it's only about this wide, and it's just got little buckets, like full length buckets in it, and I use it to store my envelopes that are ready to go. So I just need to kind of grab them and go. But I also have just a bunch of random crap in them as well. So I've got more mystery box. These are for my extra large ones, and these are for my regular sized ones. More envelopes. More envelopes. Okay then, so I can just lift this up and show you. This is what I'm working with. So it's now empty, so I'm going to give it a quick wipe down and I will be right back. Okay, so I think that's probably the best I'm going to get. So this is my little thin trolley. As you can see, I've got the 3 tiers, and this is purely a packing trolley. I keep all my envelopes and things like that tucked inside, and so I'm just going to start filling it up again, and hopefully I can get everything away nice and neatly. I think I did not too bad. I've still got stuff that I didn't fit into it, but only like 1 or 2 items, and it's looking a heck of a lot better than it did 10-15 minutes ago. So I'm quite pleased with that. The only thing I'm really thingy about is hopefully I can just squeeze that in. There we go. So that's everything kind of pivotal in there now, so I'm happy with that. So I've only got a few, well not a few, I've got a bunch of these that I need to kind of figure out where I'm going to put them. These are actually a new addition to the shop. I'm thinking of going turquoise and teal are my favourite colours. So instead of going pinks, I think I'm going to switch over to the turquoise and teal colour. So I've got some of those bubble envelopes I still have to kind of find a place for. And then with it becoming closer and closer to Christmas, I'm going to be sending out little chocolate lollipops with the orders. So I'm going to empty those out. And then I'll have that sitting at the side of my desk so that I can just grab from it when I'm packing up any orders. And I'm only going to open 2 because I think that's enough for now. And I will pop these over beside the rest of my packing stuff. Snuggled in between the envelopes so my kids don't see them. They have their own ones down the stairs, so, but they would still take them if they could. But yeah, so far so good. So I think I'm actually done for now. Thanks for watching and for sticking with me, even as I've been kind of all over the place this year and in this video. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're all looking forward to Christmas or whatever you celebrate, if anything at all. And I'll hopefully see you again soon. Take care and God bless. Bye.